People have been asking me to cover the Lobotomy Geometry Dash mod, and with the release of the Fire in the Hole update, I thought this would be the perfect time to actually look into it. And I have to say, what I found was like a jumbled mess of color and sound. I haven't paid attention to Geometry Dash in years, so this is what I actually remember Geometry Dash looking like.
Yeah, okay.
Which is a far cry from this. But now I understand why it's called Lobotomy Dash. The levels play out like a literal fever dream and make me want to take an ice pick to my brain. The Geometry Dash Lobotomy memes also correspond with the other Lobotomy memes that have popped up lately, such as this one with Bart running into walls while random images actually appear on the screen. Or of course we have the Gojo edits of him using like infinity, or the ones where it's like, I'd win. I'll put an example here because you've probably seen them pop up on TikTok. Now what I've noticed that all these things have in common is that they follow the theme of having too much information thrown at you at once to actually process. Now I also find it funny that in the mod files, there's a full page of lore for each character that pops up in the mod. The first thing to note is that normal face, abnormal face, and Lobotomy are all the same character. Now with that out of the way, the mod starts out with us battling normal face, and I suppose he gets that name because he's like of moderate difficulty. The important thing to note here though is that Boyfriend does end up getting crushed in this song, but is somehow able to come back to life later. I found out that the reason for this is that the only person that can permanently kill a person in this world is abnormal, but we'll talk more about him as we actually see him pop up in the mod. In the next song, we see a character called Lobotomy, and some of you probably recognize him as the character created by the Milk Cat. And the Geometry Dash level that I saw him in was absolutely insane. From my understanding, Lobotomy is like the god form of normal / abnormal face. And when I digged into his lore a bit more, I learned that Lobotomy is basically a boss fight from the fan-made add-on for the Calamity mod for the video game Terraria. Now next in the mod, we see Easy Face, but sadly he is murdered by Abnormal.
Fire in the hole!
This is especially sad because apparently Easy Face is a pacifist, meaning that this guy was just trying to vibe and sing a few songs and he didn't really want any trouble at all. He was also considered to be the weakest out of all the faces, so it makes sense that he wouldn't really be able to put up a fight. Now this leads us over to Abnormal Face, and Boyfriend and Girlfriend should have known that he was bad news just by looking at this dude's face right here.
I'm in danger!
Now Abnormal is interesting because he is described as being a bounty hunter in the lore. His whole goal is to kill the other faces so that he is the last Lobotomy meme standing, which is why he isn't really concerned with killing Boyfriend and Girlfriend. The dangerous part here though is that he is the only entity in this world that can permakill things, so if he does really actually focus on Boyfriend and Girlfriend, they could be in deep trouble. And to put some emphasis on this point, we actually see that he's killed Pico at some point and ripped off his head. And as you can see here, that is when Boyfriend and Girlfriend actually start to take this battle more seriously. Now next we see this cutscene where it looks like Boyfriend and Girlfriend die, but in actuality it is the fire that gets them and not Abnormal, which is why the mod actually continues. In the next song, we see Boyfriend battling against Harder Face, but that is quickly interrupted by Abnormal again. But as you can see here, unlike Easy Face, Harder is actually able to put up a fight. The bad news though is that Abnormal is the strongest out of the faces, and he gains more power when he kills people. And since he has already killed Pico and Easy Face, Harder doesn't really stand a chance here, which is why he loses in the end, leaving Boyfriend to battle Abnormal again. But of course, this time he doesn't even have Girlfriend by his side. The mod ends on a bit of a cliffhanger with Abnormal just floating away, so I'm really curious to see how this story progresses and what happens next. With that being said, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out this video on the screen here, subscribe today to become a member of the Orseofkorse, and we'll see you tomorrow with another video. Peace.